Hey YouTube, it's Floyd Fan since 2000 with another review for Scandal, Season 4, Episode 1 entitled Randy, Red, Super Freak, and Julia, something like that. Anyway, I just wanted to come and talk to y'all about how I felt about the season premiere. I'm only going to talk about what stood out to me. I really felt like this premiere, I liked it, I really did. It wasn't my favorite premiere, but I still really liked it. Well, first of all, I want to talk about Olake being on the beach. I kind of didn't see that coming. I figured they would be somewhere far away, but her and Jake are only ones on this island, and they are just really being romantic. He comes over to her, and they say hello, and he kind of puts his hands down in her, and says, "You want me to stop?" And she just says no, and they make out. I'm here for Olake. I am an Olitz lover for life, but I do love Olake, and I don't feel like they'll last though. But anyway, that's what happens. She gets a letter and has Julia Baker on it, and we find out that that's the identity she has now taken since leaving OPA and, just trying to live a life, not as Olivia Pope. Now, I thought that was kind of whack. I thought it was a bit extra. There's no way you can get away from being Olivia Pope. You are this fixer slash lover of Fitz or the mistress of the president. That just is what it is. I thought they tried it with the whole Julia Baker, and she finds out that Harrison is dead, and that she's just, oh my God, he was missing. His body was found in a desert, and she has to go home, and she just claims that it's only for a couple of days, but we all know she's gonna be there for more than that, probably forever. And can I just talk about her hair being curly? I love the curly hair, but as soon as she went straight back to the White House, her hair went straight back straight. I mean, it was just like 1 second curly, next second she was in the limousine with straight hair. So she goes back to Washington D.C. and when she gets there, she goes back to her house. No, first she goes to see Abby, and no, first she goes back to OPA. I'm sorry, and she sees that everything is just empty. There's nobody there. There's like the furniture covered is like vacant, and she's like surprised. She's just like, "Oh my God, what happened?" And Quinn was the one who found it. She was just like, "Well, you're hard to find. You like your wine or whatever. OPA, you left us, and this is what happened." She basically was surprised, and I can't believe she was. How in the world did she expect OPA to continue without her being there? She can't really expect them to just be able to do, the fixing and everything without her. She was the head, and Quinn basically showed her what was happening, and they went to go see Abby, who's now the press secretary, and she basically told Abby that, basically Harrison's dead. I want to do a funeral. She's like, "Harrison's dead. Yes, he's dead." She kind of blamed her for it. She went in on her, and I was kind of here for it, but Olivia was just like, "Look, you cannot blame me for what happened with Harrison. I needed a break. I know you pissed off at me for leaving, and I can kind of blame them, but at the same time, she needed a break. We needed a break, a change of pace, and we also, I think what it was is that she should have told them where she was going, kept in touch with them, and told them when she would be back. Her whole leaving and never coming back thing and all of that really was unnecessary. We all know she's going to be back. We all know she's always going to be Olivia Pope, and just her leaving like that, they made them feel abandoned, and I can't blame them for that. But yeah, she basically got Abby back. It was just like, "I am planning a funeral. Come, don't come." And she basically told Quinn to go home. Quinn, go home, go home, go home. Stop this. So she goes to see Huck, aka Randy, and he basically is just like this geek squad guy. And basically he says, "This is what Randy does. I fix broken appliances. I go home, play video games, eat dinner, go to sleep, wake up, do the same thing. You left us, you made me hope. Randy doesn't hope anymore. She was just like, what happened? What happened with your family? And I have got to know what in the world happened with his family. What happened when he went to go see his wife and she looked and he said hi? What happened with that? We need to know. Basically, she came back to hug. He was like, you need an appointment. She had an appointment. She was like, you need a device. She was like, she had a device. She was like, it needs to be broken. She broke the device. It was just like, I need you to fix this. And basically he was just like, are you here for good or are you just here for now? She was just like, for now. And he was just like, goodbye. Huck's not here for it. And it seemed like Huck kind of, I know he needs Olivia, but when she left, he was kind of like okay with it. He didn't really make a big fuss about it like everybody else did. He won't talk to Quinn. He's like this all the time. I always come and see him to check on him, but he won't ever speak to me again. And I feel some type of way about that. And I'm here for Huck and Quinn. I didn't like how he dismissed her after she, showed him his family. I think maybe if she had told him that Charlie was the one who, gave her that information, maybe that would have helped. But who knows? He could have killed Charlie, and basically, maybe she was just trying to save Charlie's life, and I don't know why she didn't tell him, or if she told him or whatever. But that's what's going on with them. Okay. What else do I want to talk about? Oh, Millie. Millie. She comes into the meeting. She really just looks a mess. She hasn't eaten, taken a bath. She has on Uggs. She hasn't washed up. She hasn't washed her hair. And she's just basically eating Fruit Loops or whatever. She's very sad over her son's death. Has really fell apart. And, Fitz has been doing what he's supposed to be doing by just being presidential, being there for his wife, and trying not to think about Olivia. But all that goes to waste when Cyrus basically tells him Olivia's back, and he just goes, "Is she back for good or just back for now?" And basically they don't know. Just for now, he's just like, okay, fine. He tries to go on, without his day, without thinking about her, and Cyrus basically is just like, she's back and we know how this story will end. You and her will end up screwing together or whatever. It will never be the end for you and Olivia as long as she's around. And he feels some type of way about it because he knows Olivia's like his kryptonite. He can't really function or be presidential too much when she's around. Their relationship takes a toll on him, and when she was leaving, he was really doing his thing. Now that she's back, I guess Cyrus feels like he might end up falling off the wagon again. Basically, him and Melly, they go to their son's grave, and it was just so sad. She basically just fell on the floor, on the ground, basically by the grave, just feeling some type of way because she misses her son so much, and you can already tell that he's like going through mourning too. They basically go back to the White House, and she says, I'm not gonna kill myself. I'm not you. He was just like, please don't bring up the fact that I tried to kill myself. She was like, oh, let me add that to the list. Can't talk about my rape. Can't talk about your missing mistress. Can't talk about whatever else. I'll just add that to the list. And basically, he basically told her she knows that Olivia's back, and he basically is like, I won't see her. I will not see Olivia. She's like, when you see her, you'll let me know. When you see her, you'll let me know. I'm not attracted to you anymore. I know you're not attracted to me. I haven't shaven. It's like 1976 down there. So I know you don't even want me either. But when you see her, and I know you will, you'll let me know. Something else I want to talk about is the Harrison funeral. It was so sad. She comes there. Everybody from Hug to Quinn, Abby comes, and Harrison is there. I mean, not Harrison. Sorry, Harrison's dead. Jake is there, and basically, they just have this funeral. It was just so sad. Uh, they have Aretha Franklin playing, and it just really set the mood. I really like cried when she was just like, goodbye Harrison, when they started lowering the casket, and they threw the rose petals on. It was very sad, very touching. I'm so sorry and sad that Columbus Short lost his job. But, you know, in this business, especially working for Shonda Rhimes, you have to have your personal mess together. When he first started getting into trouble, he should have begged for his job. He should have really got it together. I'm not really here for him just kind of laughing it off. As you know, he's still trying to watch the show, promote it, and all that. But I know it's got to be killing him to not be a part of the show anymore, because it would be killing me too. And that was that. Next, I want to talk about Lake when they were in bed, and basically Jake is trying to be lovey-dovey. He's all over Olivia kissing her, and basically she just goes in and starts talking about um, the caseload and what it was like to be, you know, working again. Basically, she even goes as far as to call the guy and tells him not to make a statement. And she's just going in and in and in, talking about women who need equal rights and all that. And Jake is really irritated because he knows that she's back for good. As much as she claimed, oh, just for a few days, he knows that she's back for good and that, you know, the island is getting further and further away. So he basically goes, my turn. He's like, despite what you say and everything, you claim Fitz is the love of your life, but I'm the one who's here right now. I'm the one you like to ride. I'm the one who makes you moan. I'm the one who hits spots that he can't even hit. And, you know, I was like, Jake, as much as I laughed at it and I was like, okay, you kind of went there, but it was like, what are you trying to say? You know, she should be with, she, you know, shouldn't be with Fitz because Fitz is who she loves. Fitz is who she's with, and you can't really feel any type of way about it because when she was leaving, she told you, Fitz is who I love. I want to be with him. And you still said, I want to be with you. I want to come with you. Save me. So if you feeling some type of way about the fact that she might stay in Washington D.C. and that always means that you're second best and that you Fitz is number one, you settle for being that. So you really can't blame you can't blame her for or you can't blame anybody for that but yourself because you settled for that. But anyway, that's what happened. What else am I missing? Anything else? David and Abby, they have their little drama or whatever. I'm not here for David. He's still digging into B613. They should have killed him off last season instead of James. I really do feel like James would have learned his lesson, been a good boy, been, you know, the press secretary that he was, / journalist, and you know, took care of that baby he and Cyrus had and lay low. David's the one that continuously wants to take down the bad people, and AK will end up getting taken down himself. Another thing I want to talk about is the ending with Olitz. They're in the courtroom and basically they show Olivia, then they show Fitz. Then, you know, he kind of looks as though he's trying not to look for Olivia, but we all know he looks for her, he waits for her, he watches for her, he, you know, is controlled by her and that whole thing. I don't want to go into the whole Rose Garden scene, but he sees her and they try not to look at each other, but you know, she kind of flips her hair and you know, she just looks so, you know, breathtaking to him and he looks so breathtaking to her, and you know, basically they walk past each other and their pinkies almost touch. Their pinkies almost touch, and then all you see is them two walking past each other. Then they show everybody else moving around, and you can tell he's trying his best not to get involved with Olivia. But on the previews, we see that he says to somebody, can me and Miss Pope have the room? And we all know where that's going to end. So I'm really happy Scandal is back. Not my favorite premiere, but I really love this show. I like the premiere. I can't wait to see what happens next. Harris, rest in peace. I miss you. So sad you had to go. But I'm ready to look forward to. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at O's Midnight Love, and that's OS_midnight_LUV. Follow me on Instagram at _feeling_22. Those links will be in the bottom in the more info box, and I'll see you in my next video.